It always cracks me up when I go to the hardware store and buy mulch in the middle of winter. People probably think I'm weird, but no one has asked me yet, why are you buying mulch in the middle of winter? You're not landscaping your yard. So I haven't had to say, oh, I have like 300 reptiles that I need to take care of and it requires a lot of mulch. It is what it is. Happy New Year, guys. This is Bill from Kenosha from WPS Reptiles. I haven't had a video up in a little while. I'm going to change that in 2025. I probably said that more than once, but I really want to be on top of stuff. And that's one of my goals for 2025 is to be a little bit more active on YouTube and in social media in general. And just share with you guys what I'm up to and what I'm doing at the facility. Always trying to be funny. All right, we are back at the facility, guys. We took a trip to the hardware store to get some mulch. Those of you who have larger reptile collections know the benefits of the hardware store. You become very familiar with your local hardware store. It's not just about buying reptile supplies all the time, but also when you have a larger collection, it's good to learn ways to save a little bit of money. Going to the hardware store to get mulch and peat moss as a substrate can save a lot of money in the long run rather than going to the pet shop and buying bags of reptile substrate. It's essentially the same thing, it's just packaged differently. And I just use cypress mulch and peat moss, mix it in with some other stuff, and we have bedding, and it goes a long way. So that's a trick that I've learned in keeping a large collection. Here at the facility, we've got at least 300 animals, if not more. I haven't counted in a while, but between my personal collection, the collection that we use for ambassadors for doing education, as well as the Badger-line animals that are here for quarantine and medical needs that we're not adopting yet, I have learned different tips and tricks to manage a large collection. And I think that's what I want the focus of this video to be today. So today you're going to be with me at the storefront. Let's get some chores done and let's talk about different ways, different strategies to organize and manage a large reptile collection. I guess one of the first things that I would like to talk about is that I don't do all this all by myself. And I think that's something that I'm very lucky about. That I have friends, individuals that volunteer at the facility. That light's a little bright. Badger-line Reptile Rescue has volunteers. They come to the facility to help manage some of the animals that stay here. But I personally have friends that are able to come and help me with some of the collection. If I go out of town for a few days, if I'm at NARBC or I'm volunteering for USARK, I have someone that can come and take care of the animals and manage the facility. And I'm ever grateful. I would have a very hard time doing all this by myself, and I'm very thankful to have friends. If you have friends, people that want to support you in your hobby, people want to support you in the work that you're doing, you don't take advantage of them, of course, but having friends helps. And another thing that I like to do here is I like to take notes, keep tabs on the things that I need to do. We kind of have a running calendar. I don't always update it the best, but I like to break up my tasks into daily tasks, weekly tasks, and monthly tasks. And so there are things that I need to do daily. Misting and hydration and water bowls is a daily task here. We're pretty much daily cleaning water bowls, refreshing water bowls, misting the animals. I don't like using misting systems. I'll get into that in a second. That's just me. But I like, the daily tasks involve hydration and misting. Oh, I grabbed a couple at once. Sorry, buddy. There you go. cleaning glass is something that needs to happen pretty regularly. So there are daily tasks. They don't take too long. There are weekly tasks. Some animals get fed weekly. Snakes are a weekly feeding task. Tarantulas are a weekly feeding task. Herbivores eat a little bit more often, so I kind of have a schedule. Crested geckos, animals that eat Pangea, are fed a little bit more often than weekly. And so, but most of the things fall into the category of daily or weekly. So in my daily tasks, I'm misting my cages, I'm cleaning water dishes, I'm filling water bowls, I am either feeding Pangea to something or taking a dirty Pangea cup. I am feeding greens to an herbivore, or I'm cleaning up a dirty food bowl. So that all falls into the guise of daily tasks. Weekly tasks are going to be more feeding my snakes and then offering whole prey to some of my whole prey eating animals like my tegus. Weekly tasks would be spot cleaning, making sure poop is cleaned up, particularly with snakes, cleaning up any sheds. And then monthly tasks are going to be like checking heat, checking UV, making sure I don't have to replace the UV bulb. I do that as needed as the week goes by. But once a month, I go through my cages. We're going to fluff the substrate. We're going to reseed with springtails and isopods if needed. We're going to check the heat. We're going to check the UV and clean the glass. I know I probably should do that a little bit more often, but that kind of falls into that monthly task guide. So today is going to be a special day because I'm doing my daily stuff and my weekly stuff and my monthly stuff all at the same time. It's 3:30 in the afternoon and I just got to the facility. Probably be here till about 6 or 6:30. Let's stop sitting around and let's go get some stuff done. Okay, it's warm in here and I've got my hat on still. Ignore my hat head. There we go. I also bashed my forehead in the basement and it hurts a lot. So anyways, I did need to film myself prepping food because you guys have seen that before, and I actually made a couple videos about feeding my herbivores, feeding my omnivores, and so you don't need to see that again. But let me flip my camera around. I got all my stuff prepped, so I still need to mush this in and mush the vitamins in, but I've got the tegu meatball, I've got some large shrimp that are not cooked. Oh shoot, they might be cooked. I might have bought the wrong ones. It's either way, it's fine. They're just a treat. They're not something I normally feed. But I bought some shrimp. I have a lizard that's on a diet, so we're going to eat some of that. I've got my bug food. I've got my small chopped up herbivore food, my large chopped up herbivore food. I've got some gut-loading superworms. They've been there for a while. I have some gut-loaded crickets. I've got a cart. This makes things easier. My little tongs are on there. And I have clean food bowls. That's just like a dirty tag. I need to cut off the bottom of that bowl. And then a bowl for a container for the dirty dishes. I've told you guys before, these larger glass bowls and those smaller glass bowls, they sell in 4-packs at the dollar store. Awesome. And then these white dish pans or whatever you want to call them are equally awesome as well. So my first tip in managing a large collection is breaking up those tasks into daily, weekly, and monthly tasks, and just making sure that you're staying on top of it, keeping a log, keeping a journal, keeping a calendar, or whatever, to just remind yourself of doing those daily, weekly, and monthly tasks. The next big step in keeping things organized is this prep ahead of time. I forgot what it's called in the chef world where they cut up all the stuff ahead of time. Mise en place, I think it's called, something like that. I'm not a chef. So I've got, like you saw, my cart with my clean bowls, my empty bowls, and we're going to walk around. We're going to fluff substrates. We're going to spot clean. We're going to feed some animals. I always feed first and then clean second. So if you ever see in any of my videos or any of my TikToks, there's a dirty water bowl or the cage looks dirty, I'm going to feed first and then I'm going to clean second, because once the animal's fed, they're distracted. I don't have to worry about getting my face ripped off by an angry tegu or an hangry tegu or a hangry iguana. And so I'm going to feed first, clean second. I know this looks weird, but I don't want to get bit. So we're going to tong the greens. Oh, good job, Bane. You want to get in there and get some greens? Here, I got some super worms for you. We've all misted our cages with those little hand bottles, those little hand misters, and then we get a few more animals and we upgrade to the bigger mister, the little pump mister, and then you get a few more animals and you upgrade to those 2-gallon ones where you got to pump and pump and pump. But my favorite thing that I have at the storefront is my hose, my sprayer, connected to my hose that connects to my kitchen sink. This is a game changer. If you have the ability to do this, just connect your hose to your kitchen faucet and have your sprayer. This is a game changer, and I couldn't do this big collection without this. It'd be such a pain in the ass to hand pump every cage for 120 cages. Nope. We are soaking it up. All right, buddy. No. You gotta, they're in the bowl. They're in the bowl. See them moving? There you go. Boom. Chow down. I soaked you a little too much. I have to throw some more isopods in here and redo the leaf litter. I'm gonna let him eat first. That is just, there's some old calcium powder in the food dish. I could have probably cleaned that out. I can get that next time. I will clean the glass. I'm gonna do that off camera, but part of my task is, again, I'm gonna add leaf litter to that and get the glass fluffed up. Get the glass fluffed up. Get the substrate fluffed up, get the glass cleaned, and we have a happy lizard. Another thing you might notice in some of my videos is I don't like to waste stuff. I like to reuse stuff when I can. So when I'm chopping greens, the stems have just as the same nutrients as the leaves do. Tortoises can eat the stems, so I might chop up the leaves for my Uromastyx or my chuckwalla, and then the tortoises can eat the stems. I have roach species that eat the stems. But here's another fun little trick. My Uromastyx has made a mess. We have old food, we have poop. I gotta siphon that stuff out. But we've got all that dried up food and all that poop. Where do we go with it? Let's go to the garbage can. We have our isopods. And we're just gonna, boop. That's right in the corner. There we go. Get to work, guys. Do your job. Okay, so that's gonna go in the dirty, and then we're gonna give him a new glass bowl for his food. And that'll just have to do for today until I can scrub that out. They'll come out when I throw crickets. There they are. Oh, you got it? Now you're gonna be shy? So we fed Pangea, not yesterday, but the day before. It's all old and gross. Let's throw this out. Take this off. I've got another colony. Dairy cows. There's some pearl nasatum in there. There's some magic potions in there. There's some powder blues, I think, some dwarf whites. A little bit of a colony. They came to me in a colony. I just kind of kept them all together. We've got some more Uromastyx poop to throw in there. And then the old dried up gecko food. Put that, where I'll just put that down in front. This guy has yet to eat off the tongs. Let's see if I can get him to. You gonna eat a roach off the tongs? No. Yeah, dude! Woohoo! A little pause from the hyperlapse to show you Blazodactylus sacalava. This is a pair I've had. These are old geckos. I got these as adults a long time ago. I did hatch some babies a couple years ago, but these guys are old. They're a very unique gecko. They're in the velvet gecko common name. They're found in Madagascar. He's looking at me. He's looking at you guys. Say hi. Let's get you another worm. Oh, boom. Your buddy's gonna want another one too. Got it? Beat that up. Who doesn't love a tokay gecko? They are my fave. Oh, stop it. Oh, okay. Can your lady get some? Can I feed your lady? Look at him, very demure, very mindful. You want some superworms? He loves to bite my thumb, so I know I'm being weird, but